If you seek rapture, find it elsewhere. I can show you but once.
Better not be cursed. How much farther can I go? Always room for more?
I don't understand why there's such a type for so many.
I need a quick word.
Your pleasure is mine, sweeting. Murdered! Ye gods, the poor thing! Oh, by the mother of cats, I pray she didn't suffer. I'll miss that face. Else, the regulars will miss her more. They swarmed her like honeybees at the hive. Oh. Losing Fionn slashed a big hole in my coin purse. I should get to replacing her. Sweeting, this is Baldur's Gate. I've seen more murders than a butcher's right eye. There'll be time for tears. Cruel as it is, I must turn my mind to business, or, more precisely, the lack of it. I have little coin, but I offer sin in abundance. Talk with the Drow twins in the tap room. They're legends among the regulars, almost myths. Tell them they're your gift from the Mamselle, and let them show you why. Anything else on your mind, sweeting?
Sorry. Really not careful.
I was hoping to see you again.
My Mesobaranzan love is always cocked-a-ready.
Silly. We are the gift. One free ride with me or my brother.
Or perhaps you have greater ambitions yet. Ah, you're lucky, sister.
I'll be a little treat for you then. This way. We have a room upstairs over yonder side.
Set your worries. Brothel? Pleasure house? Den of decadent delights?
You came. I'm so pleased. You can never tell who's going to get cold feet. So, now that you're here, what next? An experience no one else here will give you. A chance to be embraced in the dark. But what that means is up to you. And of course, there's no charge. Anything for someone who helped find Fionn. So, what can I do for you? A tender touch? Some sensory stimulation? It's all part of the experience. The room is bathed in total darkness, so there is nothing to distract from your ecstasy. There's no judgment in darkness, no shame. Just the sensation of two bodies together in the moment. Just because I'm a drow, you think I've got a whip between my legs and a stiletto wedged between my breasts. As I'm relatively new to this business, unlike my brother, I'm not comfortable letting my clients go too far. Then, let's begin.
In the darkness, you can feel hands moving over your body, touching, squeezing, caressing.
Your body is such a treat. I'm so glad you chose to share it with me. So glad we have this time together.
Her hands slip under your clothes, running down your chest, your stomach, between your legs. You drag your tongue in a winding line from beneath her earlobe down along her collarbone.
Thank you. Thank you.
You hold her so tightly, enveloping her in your arms. Her heart starts to flutter faster, like that of a small animal. You're not sure how long your time together lasted, but it was long enough. By the end, you felt like you were floating in the dark, utterly at peace.
You're Abdullah. I will pay any toll, serve any...
That was wonderful. Perhaps you'll enjoy a drink in the bar before you brave the streets again. Even in the best of times, it's an oasis of pleasure and calm. In the city's chaos, with Baldur's Gate preparing for war, the caress feels like the final flicker of a beautiful flame before darkness falls.
Everyone does. But what I need, you do not have.
Underestimate much more than your fate and mine rests on it.
Even if you had it, what in the...
You must hear me, devil. I will do whatever it takes. Give you anything you ask.
There is only one thing in this world that I desire. You do not have it, and you never will.
You must help me, Raphael, for the sake of my people.
Hush now, Voss. These guests may not know it yet, but they want the same thing that you do. And unlike you, they have something of value to offer in return.
Whatever you discuss with this devil, I must hear of it. Find me below in the tap room, once you're loosed from his claws.
I'm glad you came. Not to my door, not yet, but to the final reckoning. One more thing before we begin, though.
For the first time since the Nautiloid, your mind is clear. It's unsettling.
Wouldn't that be exquisite? But no. I'm afraid the tadpole is still there. But I did shut out your other visitor for a while, so we can enjoy some privacy. The Illithid can't hear us.
Huh. What's the catch?
I brought you here because I'm true to my word, and I can make all of this tadpole business go away, which means you and your lovely friends can remain blessedly free of tentacles. Let us speak plain. I'll admit, you've impressed me. I wasn't sure you'd make it this far, but no matter how far you come, you're still on the road to ruin. A road that leads directly to a confrontation with the Elder Brain. At best, it will kill you, and everyone else in this city. At worst, it will assimilate you, and you won't have enough free will left to even wish you were dead. You have the key to destroying it in the palm of your hand, though. No, no, no. It has only helped to push you toward your own destruction. It wants you to be an Illithid, the very thing you have sought to avoid. It is the Illithid's prisoner that can save you, the Gith. I can give you the means to break him free. To Illithids, yes. He would gladly execute the Emperor. But to you, he will be a friend. After all, you're at war with an Elder Brain. If I'd realized you were so gullible, I'd have tricked you into selling your soul for a pocketful of beans when we first met. To the Emperor, you are nothing more than a beast of burden. One that will transport it to the Elder Brain. An ox requires food, and the occasional beating to keep it moving. You are simpler. The Emperor's words serve as both carrot and stick.
Perhaps it is true that Orpheus would ally with you against the Elder Brain. But But if he proves uncooperative once free, you may have to kill him.
The Orphic Hammer. An artifact capable of shattering the chains that hold Prince Orpheus is held securely in my House of Hope, even now. Isn't it just? And it's even more convenient that you can give me exactly what I want in return.
There it is. Of course.
You really do think highly of yourself. My sights are set on something much more valuable than your soul. Succulent though it would be. I want the crown that dominates the Elder Brain.
Handing that crown to this devil will be like feeding gunpowder to a lava worm. Agree to nothing.
I have craved it ever since the arch-wizard Carsus created it, long centuries ago, and brought doom to the Empire of Netheril. That was the great age of humanity, and Netheril's flying sky cities were the apex of civilization. I was there the day it all fell apart. Entire cities plummeted from the sky like angels with broken wings. The screams, oh, the screams. Hundreds of thousands of people watching in horror as the ground came up to meet them. It was not a happy meeting, and Carsus was responsible. Not driven by malice, but by ambition. He forged a crown imbued with all the powers of magic. A crown that would make any who wore it a god. Men cannot contain so much power. The crown destroyed its creator, and his empire fell with him. Carsus's folly, the bards and scholars call it. I call it hope. The hope of creating a better world, and the perils of unchecked hubris. I knew then that the folly of mortals could be the triumph of devils, and that I could use that crown to unite the Nine under one Archdevil Supreme. Me.
Zariel wouldn't like that much. But even I'm not so desperate to spite her I'd put the hells in this bastard's hands.
I am no mortal, and I do not fail. The archdevil Mephistopheles snatched up the crown and squirreled it away in one of his vaults. He is not more than a frigid archivist. So much power and potential kept inert. He made a miracle into a museum piece. I raged. But only for a decade or so. Then I waited. Ever watching for more than 1,000 years. For a mistake, a mishap, a misadventure. And these chosen, who have caused you so much trouble accidentally, did me a favor. They brought the crown back into play. Yes, it does. Especially when I see what a bloody mess they've made of their whole scheme. They must have raided Mephistopheles' vault. Impressive, I must admit. But they'll be dead soon. If you don't kill them, the Elder Brain will. It doesn't have feelings in the way you'd understand them. But it seems rather angry. It is inevitable. When you destroy the brain, and you will because you must, the crown will be yours for the taking. And when that moment comes, you give the crown to me. In exchange, I give you the hammer now.
A simple transaction, it seems, but it's more than that. He's offering you an alternative to the mind flayer in your head. Take Raphael's steel and you could free Orpheus. With Orpheus free, you would have no need to rely on the Emperor. But there's no guarantee that Orpheus would be on your side. And if you take the deal, you'll have to fulfill it. You'll have to deliver the crown of Karsus to the devil himself. He claims his ambition is to unite the Hells, but can he be trusted to stop there? Do you trust him more than you trust the Emperor?
How short-sighted. Much better to put it into the right hands. Hands that will ensure it is removed from this world. And it's the only way you can ensure that you remain part of this world. Oh, I'm sorry, you were serious? The crown has laid low all who attempt to harness its power. Arch-wizards, emperors, gods. It would tear you apart. I won't stop you. But time is running out. So, don't stay away for long. If you see reason, I'll be here, waiting. Right up to the moment the world ends.
Oh, Father, give me strength.
We must claim the crown of Karsus for ourselves, before anyone else does.
There you are. I thought I'd lost you. Something was blocking me from hearing your thoughts. Raphael. Well, thank you for your honesty. Of course, I should have known the devil would come sniffing. The stench of impending chaos is irresistible to them. And what did he want with you? Giving a devil what he wants sounds like a brilliant idea. And what did he offer you in return for bringing it to him? I am glad you had the sense to turn him down, but it certainly does matter. Anything that threatens our alliance threatens our chances of defeating the Elder Brain. So I ask you again, what were the terms of the deal he offered you? An horrendous deal. Imagine a crown of sufficient power to dominate an elder brain, atop a devil's head. You would be trading one apocalyptic event for another. Thank you for telling me, and for rejecting him. And now, we must be doubly on our guard. The devil is like a cockroach. No matter what you do to it, it will always come back. I doubt this will be the last time you are approached. I trust that you will continue to remember who is really on your side. Without my protection, you cannot defeat the Elder Brain. You cannot even get close to it, no matter what the devil whispers in your ear.
What does it feel like?
Hey! You paid Raphael a visit. I want to hear all about it.
Do you think we've done something wrong?
We are not in trouble, sister. Remember our vow to keep one of us safe.
Come here! I'm not going to start an argument. I just want to know why you turned the boss down. Cheeky. We might be in a brothel, but I'm not that kind of gal. You should reconsider, though. The boss might be a devil, but he'll treat you more honestly than anyone else in the city. Plenty. But right now, I have one job. You. I'm talking to you openly. Mortal to mortal. And I'm begging you to sign the contract. If the brain wins, the Illithid Empire returns and worlds you've never even dreamed of will die. Raphael can stop it. He wants to. And he knows how. You're the key. You always have been. He's a devil. It's his nature. He needs to get his due. I won't pretend he's an altruist, but he's looked at the balance sheet. No world, no souls. And it's hard to get leverage on an Illithid. They make terrible clients. I doubt it. But even if you do, you won't survive the fight. I'd reconsider if I were you.
Tell me you took the devil's deal. Tell me you will free Gith's heir. I did not come this far for you to turn your back on the First Mother's son. And yet it seems I have no choice but to trust. There is but one prism, and you are its key. Find a way to retrieve the hammer and free Orpheus from the prism. I will assemble his remaining honor guard and plan our next actions. Together, we will yet free the true heir of Gith's blessed empire. He will free us from Vlaakith and lead our Kithraki against the Geich. Istik, I will wait in the underground. Seek me when you have the hammer in hand. The Prince of the Comet aches for Githyanki liberation more than he abhors Geich. He might seethe when you free him. He might gnash his teeth and slander your name. But he will see reason. I promise you. A devil of Raphael's stature does not simply make camp on the shores of the Styx. He will have made a sanctuary for himself, a lavish one too, one that caters to his many vices. He must keep the Orphic hammer there. Every house has an entrance, Istik, even those in the Hells. You must find it.
You are wasting your time, and mine. Our true enemy is the Elden Rain. Focus your mind there.
I don't understand why there's such a time for so many.
That was the finest strudel Not that type of service down here, love. I've got a husband. And you ain't my type. Oh, thank the gods. I've had too many miscreants think my kitchen's just another themed playroom. I suppose, if you're willing to pay for it. Now get out from under my feet, would you?
Remember our vow to keep one another safe. When the music stops, you and I continue dancing.
Brothel? Pleasure house? Den of decadent delight?
I won't let anything happen to you.
Look at you. You're exhausted. You've been pulling all-nighters to keep watch. I know you have.
I don't mind it. Honestly.
Can't keep me out.
I will not. It is our chance to start over. And I will gladly do so.
I'd probably... One more mark, then we can go.
The Master said we have enough. The Black Mass is ready to begin.
It's not for the Master. It's for me. I want a beating heart there, ready for me when the Mass is complete. When we're finally granted our freedom. After 200 years of rats, I think we deserve a real drink.
There is no time. We are expected back at the palace.
Relax. The Black Mass won't start until Master drags Astarion from whatever hole he's hiding in. We have time to find one more person.
Wait. You know Astarion?
Where is he? Well, tell us. You don't know what my lord is capable of. You don't know his power.
This is not the time, brother. The Master must be told.
Fine. But this isn't over. We'll see you again.
lists of names. Father Logan's on here, crossed off. A target list, perhaps.
You've been pulling all-nighters to keep watch. I know you have.
I don't mind it. Honestly, it's your birthday. You deserve
to. You've been caught mid-robbery. Your next move had best be a careful one. What was taken is free to be reclaimed, and you are free to go.
And if a patron confuses me,
probably break his back. Good pleasure isn't just physical, it's the state of mind.
Something over there.
Any sense?
You will when you've met the drought.
Father, give me strength.
I promise. You do not want
Music
to
stops. You and
I presume you've found something interesting to discuss, if you're interrupting me again? A Baal plot? You as well? Devella's been harping on about Baal for months. Fancies herself something of an expert. I assumed it was just a bunch of conspiracy codswallop and fear-mongering. But she's been unusually insistent about this one, even for her. Fine. I'll bite. What's your theory? No need to wave documents at me. I'm already drowning in paperwork as it is. Constable Devella is going to be a real pain in the trunk about this. Since you seem to be on an obnoxiously similar wavelength, why don't you seek her out? She'll be at the Elf Song Tavern. Show her the list, and I'll stay and inform the Fist here. Oh, and you'll need this pass. It'll give you access to the lower city. Well? What are you waiting for? You've a bloody conspiracy to solve. Move!
I'm not in trouble, sister. Remember our vow to keep one another safe. When the music stops, you and I continue dancing.
ton of people, and pray none of them have sticky fingers.
Here. You haven't even got inside yet.
The neighbours are talking out the windows. Besides, our pantry is full.
Pleasure house? What if there's food shortages? Rationing, and we can't leave anything to chance.
If it'll make you feel better.
Like what? I don't know, but I'll know it when I see it.
Let's just stick to the list.
The Absolute's armies lay siege. They won't care about stupid lists. We have to be prepared.
Whenever we need, we can get in Worm's Crossing.
Fruit? Vegetables? What can I do you for? If you're hungry, you know where to find me. Certified non-magically altered produce. Flavor guaranteed.
10 loaves of bread. Wearing armor to meet my mother and father.
To feel her fingers grip yours in pure ecstasy.
Shh. People will hear.
Good. Let them see you taking charge of your pleasurable destiny. I sense some hesitations. Good sir.
How about we settle on the Gondians and Gortash
Does
invention?
the hand not assist the lips? The lips the tongue. If your mighty Mars needs...
I got it. I got it. And thanks.
Of course. They won't care about it.
Let's go to Hans
worries
Guns.
at
He has the most fun.
I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make something really good, I promise.
Well, are we ready for the road once more? You'll need to free up your ranks a little first. At your command. At your command. Dantelons is up those stairs. And he's hung rooms beside the door. So the Harpers are waiting too.
Go where I'm darling, it's very leather-like.
Did you see how far that watch threw me? What not like, eh? Must have been taken.
Well,
Find a
worshipping
dancing
first.
act of my own.
Dinner with my...
Simple movement charm wouldn't be too hard to apply to such an object. I could conjure one up for you if you like.
Yes, I like.
Very well then. Once the city is saved, Karlach's kinetic cleaver will be first on my
What
list.
I wouldn't give to meet the
Let's
Gandhi
go
who
to
invented the
Karlsgard.
steel watch.
She has the most fabulous
Actually,
sandal.
Gortash
It's perfect for a chef.
I would. He merely offered patronage. The Gandhi.
Let's get going.
Told me the armor was a bargain.
Welcome to Danthilon's dancing axe. Our stock isn't used. It's tried and tested by the finest adventurers. Don't draw any trouble on old Enthal. He acts like he's up for it, but he's retired for a reason.
I should speak up.
Greetings, sir. Your noble bearing brings a little class to my humble...
Oh, you can turn off the charm, Entharl. He's with me.
Blueberries. Thought I had a sale. You look tired, Harper.
I missed you too. They're already here?
Down below. Here's the key.
Now?
Oh, aye. Helm forbid someone might pay for my services, Jahira. Harpers nesting in your cellar tends to scare off business. So, if you mean to sling some coin around, only Jahira will complain.
Making me sweat.
A pleasure. Jahira needs more friends like you. Right, Sommy. You're on the door till our friends are done. Gods forbid we do any business today. I wouldn't keep your contact waiting. Looked a mite twitchy. Unless you're buying, then he can wait till the Soul Forge goes dark.
Wanna dance?
One, you madman!
Armor was a bargain.
It was! But good armor.
Whether you're getting arrows or getting nailed.
Yeah!
Can't give up now. What path lies before me?
Hi, Harper. May Seluna's tears shine on this meeting.
A very formal greeting, Geraldus. You are well?
Yes. Hi, Harper. Standing beneath Seluna's tears.
The lad's a little nervous, Jaheira. We heard of your great victory against Ketheric.
I understand, Geraldus. Take a moment. And you, Harper. There is something familiar about you. Doesn't she remind you of our old friend Marcus?
Jaheira's meaning is clear. Marcus was a traitor laying a trap. The same, it seems, is happening here.
The problem with Marcus, of course. We didn't end on the best of terms.
Well, well. Look what we have.
Still breathing, despite everything. All right, time to skulk about.
Knight to King 5.
Death meets us all. But not today.
shouldn't have made me your enemy. That's a friendly looking shadow.
Always this same old song. Red in tooth and claw.
Blood comes easy these days. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
I think we have given offense. The mark of Mauler on
More of Orin's doppelgangers. How many has she brought to Baal's side, I wonder?
Mauler's mark. How many more Harpers dead?
Darling, it's very leather-like.
What's in here?
Well, we're shopping for a suit. Dinner with my parents, remember?
What's inside?
You're not wearing armor to meet
Should mind my
mother
step.
and father.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
If your lot have cracked another bloody cask,
They're dead, Entharl. Doppelgangers were using them as bait.
Seems they snared more than they could skin in you. Did Geraldus survive?
Afraid not.
Waste. A bloody waste. What will you do now?
Continue the hunt.
Aye. Silly question, I suppose.
Shopping for a suit. Dinner with my parents, remember?
It's such a bargain. Darnish. Can't return to peace.
Ah, cursed to put my hands on everything.
Let them see you taking charge of your pleasurable destiny.
Hi! Over here! Me!
Let's go to Khan's.
Put him up! Put him up! Wait! I wasn't really gonna fight you. I was just trying something out. My name's Narber, adventurer to be, soon to be the best adventurer anyone's ever seen. As soon as I figure out what kind of adventurer I want to be. What do you think? Can I be a fighter? Whew! I was hoping you'd say that. To tell you the truth, I don't actually like hurting people very much, or getting hurt. It's a good job I ran into you.
Every substance has been tried and tested by yours.
Remember?
What does it feel like?
Ahoy, stranger. Thanks for stopping by Calm's Garms. I'm Calm. Well, Carmen. What can I do you for? Ugh. If it's empty patty you want, get your clothes from my brother Figaro. But if it's genuine quality and genuine taste you're after, Calm's Garms has you covered. A killer? That's... gods. I've no love from my brother, but that's extreme. He doesn't deserve that. Thanks for warning me, but it's him that needs warning, and he never listens to me. You wouldn't either, if you knew him like I did. Since Dad died, he thinks he's cock of the bloody walk, that I should give up my shop and work for family business. For him, dick. Maybe you should keep your nose out of where it doesn't bloody belong. Now, you want clothes or not? Sounds good. Get you something a bit fresher than your current outfit. Remember, Calm's Garms, here for all your fashion needs.
I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make something really good, I promise.
Orin be damned. Her bloody fingerprints are all over this city. Voss has done his duty. Now, we will do ours. We must find our way to the House of Hope and take the Orphic Hammer. When we next enter the Astral Prism, we will use the hammer to break Orpheus free. This hammer. Could it be? Yes. Yes! This is how we will free the Prince of the Comet! This is the key Voss so ardently and courageously sought. That smug shkacketh of a devil stores it at his vaunted House of Hope. Our destination is clear. Our mission undeniable. We must find a way into the House of Hope and retrieve the hammer. When we next enter the Astral Prism, we will use it to smash Prince Orpheus out of his prison. Mother Gith, hear my promise. Your son will rise again. The Prince of the Comet will crush the Lich Queen Vlaakith and usher in the Age of Orpheus.
Men, women, children, all barred from entry. A damn travesty. A decade ago, Baldur's Gate would have welcomed any and everyone seeking refuge. Who would take in these souls, if not the Jewel of Baldurin? As long as Gortash is in charge, they'll be left shivering at the gates. All part of the plan, of course. Step 1. Create an army and order it to march on the city. Step 2. Shut the gates in the name of security. Step 3. Bask in the applause. Gortash hasn't made Baldur's Gate safe. He's made it a prison. And when his army breaks through, the people will have nowhere to run. To make this city a safe haven, we'll need to bathe Gortash and his allies in their own blood. I met her twice. The first time, I was a boy of 7 or 8, at a banquet in the Flaming Fist's honor. One look and I was smitten. Chestnut hair that flowed behind her like willow fronds, as she floated from one room to the next as if carried by clouds. The second time, Stelmane was different. Even with the aid of a cane, each step she took was a struggle. Every word she spoke took great physical effort. A stroke victim? I asked father later. No, he said. A stroke survivor.
You sense uncertainty in Will's voice. He questions his father's explanation.
Something's always gnawed at me. At the banquet, Stelmane didn't seem to look at us, but through us. But that second time, her gaze never left me. It was steel, sharp and unyielding. It could just be my imagination, but I always felt that it was more than a stroke that had changed her. What, though? I couldn't say. I couldn't say. But think about this. My father was tadpole. Stelmane is dead. The people are frightened and the council's in disarray. To exert control, you must first sow chaos. A tyrant's strategy, as father would say. These murders aren't random acts. Someone powerful is guiding the killer's hand, and the city is made weaker for it.
Shapeshifters in the Harpers. My dad always admired their mission. Said they gave up their entire lives so we could live safely and asked for nothing in return. We'll rout them, right? For the city and for Dad.
Go on.
Always.
It's a good old life, isn't it?
Larian knows the hunt. In one stroke, she places the Harpers beyond our reach. Separates us from our pack. Until we know who the false facers are, we cannot trust anyone beyond ourselves. Geraldus was the last true Harper in the city we could trust. And that availed him little. A good question. I don't have an answer yet. So let me offer an apology instead. I have not been overly generous with the truth. I came here to learn of the Chosen, true enough. But I set my Harper searching for someone else, too. Tell me, what do you know of a man named Minsk of Rashiman?
The name is as familiar as Jaheira's own. A hero of the time of troubles, who saved the city more than once.
But few know of his fate, I think. I had hoped to keep it that way. Minsk is an old friend. Perhaps my oldest. We fought at one another's backs, times beyond counting. And the last time I saw him, I left him to die. There always is. But that is still the fundamental fact of it. Before we ever heard of this absolute, we received word of a gathering in the Undercity. What we found was the first dark seed of this plot. A circle of cultists with mind flayers in their midst. We might have ended it there, cut off at the root, but before I could send for help, Minsk charged in alone. It was chaos. He was overrun, dragged down beneath a mass of tentacles. I had a choice. Stay and let word of this cult die with us, or leave him and live to fight another day. The world takes much from those who presume to defend it. But sometimes, you get to take it back. So don't be sorry, because I mean to use you, if you're willing. Infection, indoctrination, eradication. That has been the fate of everyone the cult has captured so far. But it has not been yours. With your help, perhaps it need not be Minsk's either. Because I was playing the pragmatist and writing my friend off for dead, then I met you. If I seem suddenly flushed with hope and soft feeling, you have only yourself to blame. Oh, the point is moot without a means to find him. Without the Harpers, we shall have to find another path. I'll have a better idea of what that is once we're through the gates. Seems I need to reacquaint myself with this damned city.
So much for the cavalry riding to our rescue. This is what we get for putting our faith in a network of spies, I suppose.
We can't rely on the Harpers. Not when Orin has them infested with shapeshifters. We're on our own. Though, I suppose we're used to it by now.
Even the venerable Harpers are compromised by the Absolute's poison. A grim turn of events, but one we must take in our stride.
I fought proudly alongside Harpers once. But it seems we cannot place our trust in them now. Not while Orin has their ranks infiltrated.
It's certainly good to be back at camp. How I've missed the smells. Indeed. And I'm sure Dringo will do a great job. He always took good care of me.
You smell very delicious, but I will not bite you. Ooh, more.
Keeping very well, I hope?
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword? Be most welcome.
How did you? Oh, it's you. I must have let my mind wander. Enough for you to wander in. Forgive me. I am drained. Ever since you killed Ketherick and took his netherstone, the Chosen's control of the brain has been brittle. It's rebelling against Orin and Gortash, fiercely. I suspected that when we took Ketherick's stone, the brain would begin to break free. Those brain quakes confirm that my suspicion was correct. I do not know what happens now when it receives their orders, and I do not dare guess.
You feel the Emperor's fear as if it were your own. An Elder Brain enslaved is one thing. An Elder Brain unleashed will be the end of everything.
Beautiful, isn't it? The mighty Prince Orpheus, contained in submissive slumber. Come. You may as well sit a while, now that you are here. Your company isn't unwelcome. An accurate summary. I have found myself distracted of late. I'm haunted by memories. They are relentless. I can think of nothing. No one else. Indeed. Duke Stelmane, or as I knew her, Melin, when she was alive. You thought you were my first ally. Far from it. I have long sought the allyship of others. It is the only way to succeed. my relationship with Berlin was different from my relationship with you. In a way, but not the way you're thinking of. In life, she was my business partner, back when we ran the Knights of the Shield. A difficult task for a mind flayer. Duke Stelmane trusted me, and the city trusted her. I conceived the plot, but Berlin took center stage. It was she who met with the merchants, politicians, and patriarchs. It was she who negotiated deals and signed off on agreements. Her rooms played host to the most important conversations in the city. Together, we brought order to chaos. At its height, everything that happened in that city went through the shield. Through us. I could not have done any of it without her. Just as I cannot do any of this without you. But now, she is gone. I appreciate the offer, but I don't think it will help. What I feel is deeper than superficial cures can reach, and not entirely unwelcome. Most people think that mind flayers are soulless husks who feel nothing. I am glad you are not most people. You have shown me great empathy. We are closer now. Close enough, I hope, that I can ask you to reconsider your position regarding your physical form. I know it is no easy choice for you, but we will have a far better time ridding the city of Gortash if you accept just a touch of illithidness. Not to mention the Elder Brain itself. Our chances against it greatly improve the more illithid we both are. Another quake. The brain is rebelling again. I need to focus. And so do you.